All right, so we have some negative exponents, we have a zero exponent, we have a constant. So let's just go piece by piece and just figure out where everything needs to wind up. All right, so the first thing that we see is this constant of 24. Well, there's no negative exponent next to it, so it's perfectly happy where he is. So if we make this line our fraction bar, the 24 will stay on the top. The next thing we see is this x that's attached to an exponent of negative 2. Well, a negative exponent means it wants to go where it's not right now. It currently is on the top. You can think of this whole thing as something over 1. So this dude wants to go down to the bottom. Then we get m to the 0 power. Well, we've learned that any variable or any constant raised to the 0 power is 1. And so if you have 1, you don't really need to write it because we know that all of these are being multiplied together, and if you're multiplying by 1, it's not going to change that number at all. And then finally, the last component of this is p to the negative fifth. So again, we've got a variable that is not happy where he is. He wants to go where he's not. So what would your final answer be? I'll let you figure that out. For this one, we are going to, again, tackle this piece by piece. So the first one we tackled in 24 was the first constant. In this one, we have a fraction. So our constant is actually in fraction form, 9/12. So if we treat this bar as our fraction bar, we need to reduce this fraction. They both have a common factor of 3. So think about what fraction that would turn into. You'll have a numerator on the top and a denominator on the bottom. The only other thing we've got to deal with is this c to the negative third. Because it's a negative exponent, he's not happy where he is. He wants to move. He wants to go down. Now, when you put him down there, he's going to join in with his other buddy here because c to the fifth is perfectly happy where he is. He's not moving. So what will you get when you have this c to the negative third being moved down to the bottom and joining forces with the c to the fifth? Think about your multiplication rules because that's really what's going to happen. You're going to wind up with c to the third down here times the c to the fifth that's already down there. So what will you get as your final answer?